right, guys, Dateman Max 6. We are back at Fit Club Las Vegas, and I have the great pleasure to have for a second time on the channel, Rob Law. Rob, welcome back to JayTV, my friend.
Oh, it's an honor to be back, man. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, and he looks good again. So, Rob, last time we filmed, it was shortly before the 2020 USA, and you did awesome. Even though you're not happy with what the result is, you told me off camera. How did you finish at the first USA?
We made first call-outs. I got 5th, so that was one of the major small goals I set for USAs. Knew it was going to be a little bit on the small side, but I figured, you know, if I come in dry enough, hard enough, I would stand out, and we accomplished that by making 5th. You know, everyone wants a little bit more, so that's a little bit more is what we're coming with this year. So.
Top 5 at the USA, but for me, I say it's a win. USA especially is very tough. Everyone's in shape over there. It's not a small show. So I know you had high expectation, but I think top 5 for first time out is unbelievable. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
All right. So right after USA, you told me you were in the gym the very next day, right back to the grind,
yeah.
And then here we are. We are 1 year later. The USA is about 3 weeks out. How do you feel right now? And tell me a little bit about this prep this year compared to last year.
I'm feeling confident going in. You know, there still has to be work that needs to be done. Just crossing our T's, dotting our I's. Like I said last time we were on here, I wanted to treat my off season just like prep, and I just wanted to hit every little goal, and you know, getting my meals in and doing every little thing that matters in the beginning that will pay off in the end. So we've been able to stay a lot leaner this off season. I didn't deviate very far from the plan.
I've never seen you out of shape. Do you ever get out of shape?
Go back to about 2019, you'll see me out of shape. So
okay. Maybe we need some pictures.
Yeah.
Since I've known you, you've never been out of shape.
Yeah, so like I said, I figured that, you know, the more I stayed on top of my diet, you know, the rest will come into fall into place if I just give it 100% every day. And because that's all I can control. You know, if I come in doing the best I can, maybe getting that 2% more every day, that 2% is going to add up. So right. Just trying to be, as strict and dedicated and consistent as possible. Consistency's been a main factor this year.
That is the secret. Now, the good thing about finishing 5th at the USA last year is that you were already qualified for this year, so you didn't have to do anything else to actually get you there. How's that helped your prep this year?
Yeah, we've been thinking about this day. I've been thinking about this day since December 13th. So that was December 12th was 2020 USA's, and when I placed top 5, that's all I've been thinking about. So
yeah, you didn't actually get even a year because December, yep. That's right, they moved the USA because of all that happened last year. So you barely have like 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't take a week off from training from the day after USA's until 16 weeks out for this show.
Okay.
So I dug deep and was able to push through. I hit, my legs pretty hard. I think they came up a lot this year, and another priority was my arms. And just overall, just a denser look. I felt like a little bit stringy last year, probably from all the dieting I did and playing catch-up from being out of the game for 2 years. Right. Plus you didn't really have a gym at the beginning. No. You were doing dips on your balcony. Yeah. So we were doing the resistance band YouTube workouts, or busting open Jailhouse Strong to get it done, There's always excuses, but I'd rather say what I overcame than making excuses why I didn't get anything done. Yeah. So that's how I kind of take the approach to this.
You work a lot. You were in construction before. We talked about it last year. Luckily, you're not doing that anymore, so it's not so physical. But you still work a ton of hours. You were telling me off camera you probably slept like 4 hours in the last 48 hours. Yeah. So much you work. Yeah,
so I've been trying to play the game of catch-up, being an adult, trying to buy a house and all that stuff, all that fun stuff.
And that sucks to be an adult.
Yeah, so in this town, if somebody that's willing to hustle and put in the work, there's plenty of work to be done. Yes. So right now I'm working 2 jobs. So I'll get off at 2 in the morning, get home, try to lay in bed by 4. Alarm clock goes off at 5. Got to be back down at work at 7 a.m. Wow. Get off at 3, train, and then sometimes go back to work at night and then do it all over again, like I did today. So.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. So
that's bodybuilding life, though. Groundhog Day, right?
You always find a way if you want it bad enough.
Yeah.
So.
So today, when I came here, you actually had a surprise for me. You actually have your coach and your nutritionist that's always here. Someone that I've known actually since 2003. Imagine the days of Chad Nichols on Muscle Mayhem. His name is Ryan. He's a 212 Pro. What's his last name again?
Ryan Walters at White House, Tennessee.
Can we get him in there?
Yeah. Come on in, Ryan.
Don't move too far from me. Don't move too far from me. Come here, Ryan. All right, man. So look how good this guy is. I had to film a couple of his sets because he looks unbelievable. Congratulations on you did the Indy Pro recently. You got 9th place.
10th out of 15 on my first pro show.
First pro show.
And I'm 48.
There's hope for me.
Yeah, you're right. Full-time bodybuilding.
That's right. That's what Jay would tell you. That's what Jay would tell you. You must be watching the show.
That's right. That's right.
That's awesome. Ryan, thank you so much for coming here. So when did you actually get to Vegas?
Came in Wednesday morning.
Okay.
And just wanted to see Rob close in person. I live in Tennessee. He's out here in Vegas.
Yeah, and he's from Tennessee. So that's where you met.
We worked together for a couple of years when he lived in Tennessee. Okay. And then he took a hiatus for a couple of years. And then he knows his destiny. And this is it. This is his passion. This is where he's supposed to be. He's going. He's coming.
Yeah. Well, he seems to be getting some of that passion from you, because I just saw you train together, and there's that connection, that you can feel it in a workout. So.
Yeah, I have to check in with him. Once I send the new prep or the new meal plan, the new training, it's just executed. I don't even have to ask.
He's on autopilot.
Yeah.
That's what you want of a student.
I have a client, but not really.
He's more like a little brother.
I mean, it's great to watch. It's great to be a part of.
Ryan, how long have you been training? How long have you been in the bodybuilding game?
I started at 23, and I'm 48 now, so 25 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
I was in the top 5 20 times at pro qualifying events.
Wow.
Over 6 weight classes.
Wow. Lightweight
to heavyweight, but I turned pro as a light heavy.
Wow. What show was it that you turned pro at?
Master Nationals.
Okay, nice.
Gary Udick. 2019.
Okay. Couple of years.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You kind of have the Bob Ciccarello story.
Yes.
Yes. That's awesome. The perseverance and just keep going at it. Eventually you get it. And you look great. Unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
What do you want to do? You want to keep competing, or?
I think I have one left in me. I'm not sure when it's going to be.
Like a boxer?
I could jump in a couple weeks at the Chicago Pro.
Yeah.
If not, I think I'll one next year, and then it may be time to take a step back and focus on solely coaching and training.
So you know what you do next year is, if you compete again, you come back to Vegas before and you let me film you first. It always helps to be on JayTV before you compete.
I see how that works.
He's the good luck charm.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's awesome you actually came to Vegas for him and be on the show. We appreciate it. And then obviously you look great, and you give me hope to look like that at 48. It's awesome.
Hey, call me. I coach.
You actually live here for a year, you told me, right?
I did live here for a year, 2017. I taught high school out here.
Awesome.
But my family was back in Tennessee. I grew up in Tennessee. My daughter's in Tennessee. So I had to go back.
What did you teach in high school?
I taught resource algebra.
I was going to say, don't tell me math. Wow. That's awesome.
It kind of helps in coaching, right?
I would have loved to have a teacher look like this.
If you asked me how many calories I ate, I would have no clue. It's just the amount, how much, what time, and I let him do all the math.
Yeah, I would have loved to have a coach like him. I would have never talked about math, just bodybuilding in school.
The kids called me Big Swole.
Suits you. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming, Ryan. I appreciate it. All right. So, Ram, so what is the goal? Winning the USA is the goal, we're assuming, right? And what would you like to do after that? Let's say you get your pro at the USA. Some people like to see, as soon as they win, what they could do in the pro ranks, and some people will say, you know what, I want to progress a little bit more, and I want to make an impact. What would be your strategy if you actually get your pro card? Would you compete right away to see where you fare, or would you wait a little bit?
I'd honestly probably wait, because I'm still not even at my weight cap in NPC.
What is your weight cap?
So I was actually 5'9¼ when I weighed when I measured in last year. So I thought I had to come in at 190 last year when I could have came in at 197.
That's a big difference.
So, yeah, so this year we don't have to worry about making weight like as much as we did last year, which I think will be a big help, with coming in a little bit fuller.
How much do you weigh right now?
Last Sunday when we weighed in, we were 195.
Okay,
so
you're right there.
I only check weekly just to not psych myself out, And so, we're maybe looking probably around 193-ish you know, maybe a little bit lower than that. So, I mean, on top of the 207, that would be IFBB. So we'd have quite a time to be able to get anywhere close to that.
Okay.
So I'm the type of person is if I'm going to come after something, I'm going to make sure it's done right. And I don't want to question myself, oh, if I did this or if I rushed it, what if I did it too soon? You only get one shot.
I'm glad I asked because everybody feels differently. You know, sometimes people are just like, you know what? Hey, I was good enough to win. Let's just see what happens. And it's not a bad strategy, you know, but I understand that you're someone calculated who likes to plan, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good strategy as well.
But who knows? You know, every show is different. Every prep's different. I might, you know, come back really well off of this one. And,
you're feeling it.
You know, I might, you know, I'm just going to listen to how my body feels. But I think it might need to take it a little bit slower than probably what I would like. That's why I trust him. He kind of keeps me in check because, you know, he's my coach, but he also kind of looks out for me as a personal friend as well. That's something you can't really, you know, that's more than what you pay for, and I'm grateful for it. So.
All right, cool. We're gonna put the contact info for Ryan's in case people want to hire him, Instagram and all that stuff. And then where can people reach you if they want to, you know, contact you?
It's R_LAW43. That's my Instagram handle. Best way to reach me. I try to keep up to date. I normally train by myself, you know, every now and then.
No training partner, huh?
No training partner.
Because your hours are just too all over the place. Yeah.
It wouldn't be fair to that person. I'm not consistent with my training. I mean, I'm consistent with my training. Just the time I show up varies on how my day-to-day looks. So I'm kind of roll with the punches type of guy. The work's gonna get done. Just it might be at 1 in the morning or 3 in the morning. You know, or you know, so who knows?
That's awesome. Well, Rob, I really appreciate you coming back on the channel. I'm glad we got a chance to have you again and see the progression. Last year was the first time we actually filmed together. I think you look better this year, but I mean, it's obvious. But I was really impressed with the fact that you finished 5th place. May not be good enough for you, but when Jay told me, I was really impressed because it's really tough to do that at the USA. So we're hoping for much better for you this year. And I hope to get another text or DM from you before the next show.
Yeah. I'll keep you in the loop. I'm sure I'll see you around. You know,
all right.
You should stop by Fit Club more often.
I'm coming back this week to see with Andy.
Yeah.
We have a surprise coming. So, all right. So Dave Max 6 with Rob and Ryan. Thanks for being here, and we're out.